Yo, what up, everybody? Salute. J Legend. Dope battle. Dope battle from Math Hoffa and Chubby Jag. Salute to them both. If you haven't checked out the VOD, the link will be in the description. Excuse me, for you to check it out at redbreedent.com. The mask on event. It's the whole card is $25, I think now. It was $20 pre-order. I got mine a few weeks ago. It's $25 now. You're getting the headliner, Matt vs. Jag. You're getting O-Red versus Chef Trez. You're getting Big K versus Mac Myron. You're getting Snake Eyes versus Heavy Half. You're getting Floss the Boss versus Truth Watson. So that's what you're getting for your money. As of right now, the way I feel like most people. The battles happened yesterday. The VOD is today. And I went straight to the Math and Jag battle. I saw people online talking about it. I guess just like anybody else. I mean, from yesterday, whoever was in the building, people were tweeting about it. And at the end of the day, I went straight to that battle, and I got my money's worth. I'm telling you right now, that one battle was worth my money. That's how I feel about it. From the rest of the battles, to me, it's gonna be extra gravy, pause. But I'm happy with it. But I'm gonna keep it real though. What I wasn't happy with, for the most part, I'm not telling you it was some of the stuff with the camera. Whoever was that camera crew, listen, I don't know if they film battle rap events or not, but two things you don't do. Number one, you got to get that camera situation right. Again, it didn't ruin the battle. I'm telling you, if you're spending your money, you're good money. Trust me, I'm telling you, you're good. But the little mishaps they did have was annoying as hell. Especially in the beginning of the battle. Math is rapping and you barely have him in frame. Like, what is that? And then there was times throughout the battle where the fucking cameraman reacted to bars. Like, dog, don't react to bars. You're the cameraman. I don't want to hear your reaction to any bars. If that's the case, then maybe they should be filming the audio separate. But you got to be a professional. This is another reason why I have issues with certain leagues. Their cameramans be responding to bars and this and repeating the bar. Like, that's not your job. You're there to film. You're there to film. And I'm trying to say that respectfully, but I'm just telling you a fact. I don't want to hear you. I didn't pay to hear you. I didn't. All right. Now that we got that out the way, because it definitely annoyed me. But again, I want to be honest with you. It's not like it happens the whole battle. It happens here and there. And the camera issue was really at the beginning, and then it happened again in another round. But it doesn't take away from the battle. And the cameraman is lucky for that. The cameraman is lucky for that. You know, because had they continued, I haven't seen another battle, so I'm only going off what I've seen in this one. You know, for all I know, for the rest of the battles, it was phenomenal. I don't know. But that wasn't cool. You don't do that. You don't do that. Anyway, let's get to the important part. And that's Math going first. Now, again, I always say, you know, if you get the chance, of course the advantage is going in second, because that means you get the last say in every round. But if you have to go first, which is also why you have to be that much more prepared, and especially with the things you write, because you set the tone. And in this battle is anticipated because you got a guy in Chubby Jag who's looked at as an industry rapper against Math, who is without a question a legend in this sport. So people are hyped because you have people already co-signing what Jag said before he even battled. I guess whoever he spit his bars to. So it's like, yo, what the hell is this about? So Math has to set the tempo, and he did just that. He did just that. Math went out there on that first round and pretty much put a line in the sand, letting them know whose fucking house this is. And I loved that. I really loved it. And I loved it even more because when Jag went in his first round, he responded. He showed up and showed out in that first round and let us know it's not nonsense. He really is here to rap. He's really here to battle, not just rap. Yes, this is battle rap, but there's a difference between somebody getting up there and rapping and someone battling. You understand? And he got up there in that first round. He battled. The both of them had a very good first round. Very good first round. And I was just hyped off the first round because most of the time, you know, your mind frame will be like, yo, if they gave us this in this first round, then you're anticipating what they have next for you in these next two. In terms of that first round, one of the bars that stood out for me was that Maserati line from Math. That shit was crazy. That was a dope ass bar. And for Jag, he had a very good first round. Here's the only thing that I took from his I love that he was on the attack. I love that you can see that he's paid attention to battle rap, whether that's just a recent thing or if he always paid attention. When you watch this, you know, especially in that first round, you're like, yo, this dude been paying attention to what the hell is going on in battle rap, and this can only help him. This can only help him. That's a dangerous look. It's a dangerous look to just see him out the gate like that. The only thing my advice would have been to Jag, had I heard his bars ahead of time and stuff like that, is most of those Math flips, while one or two of them were cool, definitely cool. I gave him points for, I think 2, I gave him a point. But people been giving Math flips for the last 10 years. You understand? So if you really don't do something that's that much more different than anybody else, stay off those flips. Because name flips in general, I like name flips, but it can be overdone, and in some instances it can be done and people are like, yo, that's been said to that same thing, just maybe you structure the, you know, the cadence different or something like that, or maybe you change the way it's for, like, you know, okay, this is how I wrote the bar, but you know, I'm gonna put this part over here. All right, you know, but for the most part, all of that's been said to him already, and it gets redundant. But for me, it did not take away from how dope his first round was. I felt I had to point that out. But I gave that first round to Math. I had it 12-7 to Math. I felt like that right there would say it's to me it's clear that Math take that first, but it's not like, you know, a straight ass whipping. They both had a dope first round. Second round goes, Math comes with a Cassidy angle, basically telling Jag, yo, my man, you know, we don't know you for nothing else. Like, it's hard to really check for you. Like, this is the reason why people check for me, and this is the reason why people check for you. People know you just for rapping with Cassidy. And the way he structured the round and went with it, he didn't overdo it. It wasn't overdrawn at all. And he pointed out a lot of good things, man. He definitely did. I thought he had a fire angle, but that Tupac line. He had a Tupac, if y'all remember the famous footage of Tupac coming out the courthouse, and he had like a Detroit Red Wings jersey on and a bandana, and he's spitting, and pause. Math had a bar about that, and that was dope. The way he structured it, the way he delivered it, all fire. Salute to Math on that. Incredible second round. I still like the first round better than the second, but again, the second was very good. Do not misunderstand what I'm saying. Then Chubby Jag goes to rap, and this dude gets crazy. He gets crazy. So to me, it was a bit more of what he did, or let me say, it was consistent with what he did in the first round. Definitely, I still think he had like 1 or 2 better bars than the first. I really enjoyed the second round. I really liked this first. I liked the second round pretty much just as much, just slightly better in terms of my scoring. And he was fucking rapping. Chubby Jag was up there rapping. The only thing, first of all, I got that round as a tie. Let me just say that first. The thing that kind of stops it at a tie for me was there is a certain point where Jag is up there just rapping, and that's the only little thing there that is like, this round is so close, you know, all he has to do is add Math's name in there like this, or direct it directly at him in a certain way, and boom, he wins this round. The round is so close. If someone gave that round to Jag, I wouldn't argue. If someone gave that round to Math, I wouldn't argue. I have it as an absolute tie. But again, I just felt like he had a few bars in that second round that were more general, when Math just had a second round absolutely directed and tailored at you. So again, if you telling me, yo, you got to pick a winner here for that round, I would pick Math because of what I just explained, but that's not the way I scored it. I have it an absolute tie. So if you gave Jag that second round, I understand. You gave it to Math, I understand. That takes us into the third round. And the third round is definitely something that we've seen in the past of Math excelling at in the third round. We've never seen a third round from Chubby Jag. So unless you've been there when he battled off cam or whatever that is, but I've never witnessed that, and I've never heard nobody talk about that. We've seen Math do this for years, and we understand that Math understands. Does Math always do it? No. But does he know how to do it? We've seen him do it plenty of time. He knows how to close the show. And here he is in his third round going crazy again. I like the angle he took about the gang banging and stuff like that, pause, like, you know, just being in gangs and stuff like that. That angle he took and the way he delivered it, I thought was genius. I like the way he put that together. You have to salute Math on that, because he also, it just didn't sound like everything else I've ever heard people say to all gang members. And then with this climate was going on in this world right now, I felt like that's what made it even more impactful. And I was happy that it wasn't like some drawn out shit that he had from one of the other rounds he just carried over into here. A very, very strong round, arguably. So in terms of my scoring, Math's first round was his strongest round, and this is right on par with that. It's off by 1 point for me, which is saying great things. Like, this is just a dope ass third round. And then I thought that 6ix9ine ball, that line he had about 6ix9ine. The reason why that hit hard for me was because when that little rat was running around taking photos and video and shit like that in New York, there was a lot of people in California going in talking about, yo, you know, if that was us and if this was that and blah 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 blah. And then the dude went over there and was ultimately disrespecting them, and nothing happened to him. So that line to me made a big impact, because Math was right in what he was saying. But then Chubby Jag goes, man. And you sit there and say, yo, this is a guy, the first time we're hearing this third round from him. And, you know, what can he have? Especially if he's had such a dope first and second round. Does he even have anything left for the third? And he does. And he has a very good third round. And the round, well, before, so this, he basically goes the whole angle about the whole, y'all know what the allegations were in terms of Math and Kiki. Like, I've stood away from that. I'm going to continue to stay away from that, because y'all already know what the outcome so far has been. There isn't any. It's, you know, it's just like a straight up rumor. So Jag has an angle about it. You can see Math don't like it. Math walks off camera for a second. So all the rumors of people saying that Math left the battle and all of that, he didn't. You see that he walks off cam for a second. You can see him pacing back and forth. You could tell, and that's what made this third round worse for Math. And Math is a professional. He should know this already. Like, fam, anytime you show any reaction to something like that, people are gonna. So when I'm seeing people saying, yo, they gave, you know, people yesterday who were at the event, some people were saying, and people who weren't even at the event, who was like, oh, if he walked off, he lost. Had Math walked off stage completely, he would have lost. I would have gave the whole battle to Jag, because you just can't quit. It would have been difficult to really say that, because Math already completed all 3 of his rounds. So if he walk off stage in the middle of Jag's round, does he really lose the battle, or do we just get upset because that's horrible? You know, that's not being professional. But either way, Math didn't do that. So the people who I'm putting the room in the bed, if you haven't seen it yet, it's a lie. Math does not leave the battle. He walks off camera. You can see him pacing back and forth. So he's like in camera range, out of camera range, in camera range, out of camera range. Goes, gets his water, all of that. You could see that he was upset at the angle, and he says it, because Chubby Jag has a bar where he says something about Math going to court over this. Truth is, Math has never went to court over this. So like Math is saying to the camera, there's no case. What is he talking about? Which that don't look good for Jag at that moment, because it's like, your fam, now you sitting there straight making shit up. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it was a very good third round, but to me, it wasn't strong enough to beat what Math did in that. So I got Math taking the first round. I got Math taking the third round. The second is debatable to me. The second can literally go any way. This was a dope ass battle. I am definitely looking forward to watching it again, maybe even 2 more times. And like I said, to me, just watching dope performances from 2 guys like that, it was neck and neck. They going at it. They, you know, at the end of the day, that's what you want to see, and that's what you pay for. And then this is what I got my money's worth. Salute to Jag, salute to Math. Also, man, link in the description. Go check out my art channel. Go subscribe to my art channel right now. Go subscribe. The link is in the description. Hit the alert bells and all that. Same thing here. If you never subscribed here, this is a great time to do so. And hit the alert bell. Alright? Salute.